Good morning, everybody. This is chapter 4 of your readers, and you have learned how to calculate national income through three methods. And while calculating income through these three methods, certain precautions should be kept in mind, else either the national income will be underestimated or it will be overestimated. So the three measures which we have learned about how to calculate national income through value added method. Under this we get through the value added method we get the national income at market price. Then we have learned how to calculate national income through income method, and the third one which we learned was how to calculate national income through expenditure method. Whichever of these methods we adopt for calculation of national income, please remember to take these precautions so as to avoid getting either an overestimated value or an underestimated value. So, talking first about the precautions to be taken while calculating national income through value added method. So, this segment of the precaution shows those goods we need not be added while calculating national income through value added method. We'll be talking about all these measures and why they should not be included. So, the first one is intermediate goods, the second one, second hand goods, the third one, production of services for self consumption, and the fourth item is shares and debentures. So the first item is the value of intermediate products. The value of intermediate products should not be included in calculation of national income because their value will be added in the value of final goods. So if you add this, it will amount to double counting. The second item is the sale of second hand goods. They also not to be included in the calculation of national income through value added method because their value has already been added to the year when they were produced first, and they do not add to the current flow of goods. But if any kind of commission or brokerage is paid in buying and selling of these goods, they have to be included. The third item is production of service for self-consumption. Again, we do not consider the value of these services as it's very difficult to estimate the value of these self-consumption services. For example, if your mother is making the food in the morning or your mother is helping you with the homework, it is very difficult to estimate the market value of these services. So such services will not be included in calculating national income. Now, talking about shares and debentures, their value will not be included in calculation of national income because it's basically the title change which is taking place. They do not contribute to current flow of goods and services, so it will not be a part of calculation of national income. So our question is, what things can be included in calculation of national income? So the following items can be included in calculation of national income. These are production of goods for self-consumption, imputed value of owner-occupied houses, and change in stock. The value of production of goods for self-consumption has to be included in the calculation of national income as they contribute to the current flow of output. But how to estimate their value? Again, the imputed value of their services of these goods have to be included in calculation of national income. The next one is imputed value of owner occupied houses, meaning people who are living in their own houses, they will not be paying rent. So how to include their value in calculation of national income? We can include their value in calculation of national income by estimating, had they not stayed in their own house, how much rent would they have paid. So that amount has to be added in calculation of national. The next thing is change in stock, that is inventory change has to be included in calculation of national income because it is a part of capital formation. Let us now study the list of precautions which need to be followed while calculating national income through income methods. So you have a list which need not be included, which should not be included, and then there's a list of precautions which need to be followed while we are calculating national income, which those items need to be included. The first one is transfer income. We do not have to include transfer income while calculating national income. What is transfer income? It includes donations, old age pensions, your scholarship. They will not be included in the calculation of national income because no productive activity have been performed. There's no value addition when this transfer income has been is coming to you. The second thing is second hand goods. Like when we spoke about value added method, similarly the sale of second hand goods will not be included in the calculation of national income, because if you include it again through the income method, it will amount to double counting. But please remember, the brokerage or commission which the middlemen or brokers receive on account of sale and purchase of second hand goods, they will be included because that is considered as a productive service. The third category is windfall gains. That is, suppose you win a lottery, will it be included as part of national income? No, because no productive activity has been performed. So again, this will not be part of national income. The fourth one is payment out of past savings. This also will not be part of national income while we are calculating national income through income method. Now, payment of past savings, the examples include gift tax, interest tax, debt duty, because they are paid out of wealth of past savings and they do not account for current flow of goods and services. So they will not be a part of calculation of national income through income. The next one is income from sale of shares, bonds and debentures. This again will not be a part of calculation of national income through income method, as they do not contribute to the current flow of goods and services. But any kind of commission or brokerage paid will be a part of calculation of national income, as it is a part of productive service. The next part is what should be included in calculation of national income through income method. So the item which needs to be included for calculation of income through national income through the income method is imputed value of services of owners of production. This will be a part of calculation of national income. Example of such activities include production for self-consumption, imputed value of owner-occupied houses, interest on own capital. So if you have invested your own capital in a business, their imputed value will be included, as these are considered as productive services and they add to the flow of goods and services. The third method of calculating national income is through expenditure method. So like we need to exercise certain precautions to calculate national income through value added method or income method. In a similar way, we need to exercise certain precautions for calculating national income through expenditure method. So when we calculate national income through expenditure method, expenditure on intermediate goods, you don't have to include. Purchase of second hand goods, again not have to include. Transfer payments also should not be included, and the sale of expenditure on financial assets should also not be included. Purchase of financial assets should not be included. Talking about the first item which need not be included, that is expenditure on intermediate goods. The reason being that these are already included in the value of final expenditure. If we include it again, it will amount to double counting. The next one is purchase on second hand goods. Again, not a part of calculation of national income, because this has already been included when they were originally purchased, and if we add them again, it will amount to double counting. Please remember, this does not account for current flow of goods and services. So that keyword current flow of goods and services should be there when you are giving the reason. The third item is transfer payments. Again, they are not a part of the productive activity and therefore they do not add to value addition. So this will also not be a part of calculation of national income through expenditure method. The last one is purchase of financial assets. So everywhere in all the three we have said that that financial assets like shares, debentures, bonds will not be included in calculation of national income because they do not account for current flow of goods and services. But we have said that there's an exception. The exception is that if there's any brokerage paid on financial assets, it is considered as a productive service, so it will be included. So all these items will not be included in calculation of national income through expenditure method. So what can be included in calculation of national income through expenditure method? That is expenditure on own account production, that is production for self consumption. In this case, the imputed value of the service will be included. So they are considered as productive services. Hence, to summarize, that in all three methods for calculation of national income, certain precautions need to be exercised, and if not exercised, it will either lead to double counting or underestimating the value of the national income or overestimating the value of national income. So these items will not be included. These items again will not be included. These precautions have to be exercised so that the calculation of national income is correct. This will be included and this will be included.